Hey there, welcome back to the channel, Shubham this side. Now in this one, let us understand how to build fake resume. Okay, I am going to admit that this is a clickbait video. But remember, this is an important video because we are going to discuss what type of projects or what we can do as a student to get experience in our resume. So there are 3 or 4 important steps that you can follow and get some experience for your resume. Remember, we are not going to dive towards fake certificates. We are not going to dive towards fake degrees. We are going to genuinely work for 3 months, work for 6 months, work for 1 month, and then build up that experience that we can add in our resume. So the first thought that you have in your mind is, I'm a beginner, I'm a first year student. What I can do? Do I need to apply on this side? Do I need to apply on this side? No. The first thing is you need to get some skill. Either you can get some skill through course, either you can get some skill through books or maybe through YouTube series or anywhere else. The important thing is you are going to apply for a job, you are going to apply for an internship based on this particular skill. And we need to build some experience according to this skill. Now here, for example, I am taking skill as maybe towards coding, towards programming. I am taking skill as your Python language. You are learning Python language and your skill is you can program, you can build projects towards this particular language or maybe towards its framework. Here, I am expecting you as a beginner, as a first year, second year student who currently learned Python or maybe its framework and want to apply for an internship in any company. Now, the very first thing that you should do is to build a blog. Now, blog is pretty important, not just for your internship purpose, but for your personal growth also. It helps you to just make a solid stamp on your resume that you have knowledge about this particular skill. It also gives a good indication that you also have command over writing as well as English language. So you have some good communication skill. Also, writing blog regularly expand your knowledge. It focuses a lot. While writing blog, you are focused too much on Google search. You are focused too much as a content creator. So it is going to give you a big field in terms of development also. So these are basic examples. These are basic advantages. But why blog? So when you work on blog for 3 months, for 6 months, you can add it in your resume as an experience. Suppose you start your blog something related to Python or maybe any other language. Once you write regular blog, you are working actively on it. So I strongly recommend to make sure to have at least 20 posts. 5 beginner level posts, 5 intermediate level posts and 10 advanced level posts. Now here one important thing. If you are applying as a pure beginner, 20 are good, 20 posts are good. But if you have time, if you want to showcase your skill, if you want to get a better experience, then you can write at least 50 blog posts. Now this is going to take time. You are not going to complete all this task in 1 day, 2 days or even in 1 week. You need to build a habit. Maybe write a blog on Monday as well as Thursday and you can continue this for next 3 months. And this is going to give you a good experience regarding blog writing as well as good experience for your resume. So the first thing is blog. Now here, while mentioning in your resume, make sure to use numbers. Here are a few things that you can do. The first thing is number of visitors that you had on your blog. You can mention that your blog is currently used by or read by maybe 1,000 readers, 5,000 readers or 10,000 readers. You can also mention that you have active 200 newsletter subscriber and make sure to have your own domain as well as website. In this way, you can monetize it well through Google also. Also, you can create it as a brand. So this works pretty well. So you can understand that you need to start from base and then you can build several side skill as well as monetization. Make sure to write at least 2 blog posts per week. And don't try to fake too much. You are not going to write 10 blog posts, 15 blog posts per week. This is particularly not possible. try to divide them according to a roadmap. Maybe currently you are learning from a particular course. Maybe you are taking Python course. What you can do is you can divide multiple blog posts according to that course. You can divide maybe towards basics, then intermediate, then advanced. You have covered Python. Then what you can do is you can start with framework or projects. So you can add multiple blog posts according to that ecosystem. Now here one important thing that you should remember, that you are playing a long-term game. So maybe you are in first year. By the time of 4 years, maybe your fourth year, you are going to have more than 100 or 200 blog posts. In this way, your blog is going to generate some income. Make sure to utilize social media also, create handles of your blog, and make sure you are active on your blog. It is going to work pretty well, not just in terms of your resume, but also in terms of monetization, as well as your communication skill, as well as some connection. So make sure to utilize blogging as one of your resume experience. Now, the next one is a bit tricky, and most of the students are not able to implement this. But if you can, this is going to pay you pretty well. You need to create a fake startup or a product. Now here I am calling it as fake because you are not going to serve general public, you are not going to serve anyone, but you are going to pretend that you are a company, you are going to work on that product for long term, but you are not delivering it to someone. By default, you need to mention this. If you can deliver it to someone, it is going to pay you in monetization term also. But listen to this, it is pretty important. I have helped maybe tons of students with this idea and it worked pretty well for their resume as well as while getting a job. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create a small team, because here we are building a product. If possible, try to get few members. One member can handle front end, one member can handle back end, one member can handle social media. So basically you are creating a small team. Now there are chances that in your college someone is going to apply for digital marketing internship. You can take them and ask them to work on social media. Someone is going to apply for a front-end internship. Take them, ask them to work on this project. Maybe you are applying for a back-end internship. Get yourself into this project, and then what you are going to do is you are going to build a real product. Now product can be anything. It can be related to your college. It can be related to a proper clone of any website, and make sure to plan it according to 3-month or 6-month roadmap. So you are basically going to work on a product maybe 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day, or maybe you can just say I'm going to work on weekends only. You are going to build a product, add new features regularly, utilize all your knowledge and build more knowledge to improve that particular product. In this way, you are going to build a startup, you are going to build a whole product in 6 months or 3 months. Let me give you a quick example. Make sure not everyone is going to copy this. But what you can do is you can build an app or maybe a web portal for your college, and you can add multiple features like your attendance system, then management system, then there can be related to cafeteria, and there can be menus for your cafeteria, and then there can be history about your college. So there can be multiple sections regarding to that college app or college web portal, and then plan it for 3 months. So maybe you can ask your friends to register on this particular portal. Once you complete it, ask them to test, and then you can also share it among your teachers just for the testing purpose. And once you get that confirmation, you can add it in your resume as that particular startup, product or experience. Since you have worked on this particular project for 6 months, this is going to work pretty well in your resume. There are chances if your resume is shortlisted, they are going to ask multiple questions with this particular product in terms of tech stack, in terms of your experience and why you did this. Because this is a common question, why you build an entire product by yourself. So this works pretty well, and tons of students, I guess 3 or 4 group recently got internship because of this idea. I shared this idea during one of the live session. So make sure to create a small team, 3 or 4 people, utilize your Git and GitHub skill, because this is going to show a 3 month, proper 3 month product development skill. Make sure to document everything, make sure you are building everything according to your roadmap, and you can blog about it. Basically, you can write blogs, write documentation, and make sure to learn things during this whole journey. Maybe you are the backend guy, someone is working on front end with React, you are working on Django REST framework, someone is handling digital, that is your social media. So ask them to learn about SEO, Facebook marketing, make yourself comfortable with front end, ask the front end guy to learn about something about backend. So in this way, you are going to learn things as well as develop a product. So there can be multiple product ideas. If you need more, just send me a ping on Instagram. I will be sharing more stories about these 4 or 3 groups that recently cracked internship because of this particular idea. Now, this is the second way by which you can add experience in your resume. Now, make sure you plan things, because this is going to take 3 months, 6 months, 2 months, and you cannot do whole fake thing in 2 days, 1 day, 5 hours, 6 hours. No, you have to plan things, you have to create a team and then follow this. I gave this advice to approx 60 to 70 students, and only 3 or 4 groups were able to crack this. So make sure you plan things, you have good understanding with the people you are connecting with, and if possible, there are several Discord communities right now. There is community by Bit student, then there is community by MET student. So you can try to connect with them and then create something like this. But you have to be regular, you have to be consistent to deliver this. Now let's discuss about the third method, which is working with seniors. So there are chances your senior is currently working somewhere as an intern, or there are chances that they are working on some of their own projects, or there are chances that your own college has an active startup. Try to work with them. Since they are college startups, since they are college students, it is easy for them to team up with you. Also, you are not going to paid. You will not be paid by them. So just do this for experience, and once you gain some experience, once you get some knowledge, this is going to work well for your resume. Make sure to understand 3 points here. The first thing, your senior need to be some good guy. Make sure you understand with whom you are dealing with, because you can have some bad experience with them. So this is going to be important. The second thing, the project that you are getting involved in, make sure you want to get into that tech stack. Maybe your aim is to get into Python development or JavaScript development, but you jumped onto some AR, VR projects, or maybe you jumped onto some machine learning project where your aim was to get into web development. So make sure you select the project pretty well. Otherwise, just for the name of that experience, you are going to mess a lot of things. So make sure to take care of this. So that's all. These are the 3 methods by which you can fake, or I should say, ethically gain experience for your resume. Now make sure to follow any of them. You need consistency. Also, you need to select the right tech stack, and you need to select the correct roadmap. So for everything, you need to create a roadmap. Otherwise, you are going to mess things in between. That's it. That's the current advice. There are a few other advice like freelancing, then taking paid projects, teaming up with your classmates, and then taking paid projects. So there are a few other advices that I will be discussing in some other video. But these 3 advices are enough for you to fake, or I should say ethically gain experience for your resume. Thank you for following. I hope you had great learning session with this video. Make sure to hit like, add a subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment. If you have any doubt, leave a comment with your questions or your query. Also leave a comment to boost YouTube algorithm. I need some engagement, right? So make sure to leave a comment. If you have any other specific doubt, make sure to ping me on Instagram at shubham.ul. If you want to learn Python, or maybe learn about backend development with Django framework as well as API development with Django REST framework, or maybe data structures and algorithm, make sure to check out courses.unwildlearning.com. That's it. Make sure to check out the courses and other important links in the description. Thank you for following, and I see you guys in the next one.